Yes, you're listening to Blue Please here on CynicalBrit.com with myself, Total Biscuit. Quick shout-out must go out to Drewby and McKeith. They have finally released The Grind Episode 3. Only about 5 years too late, guys. Well done. Now, it's stealthily hidden. You're going to have to look really hard to find it on Warcraft Movies. I don't know why they didn't feature it. I mean, you'd have thought there'd be some kind of banner or announcement, but it's hidden away. You're going to have to really, really look for this. So, get on there right now. It's going to take you some time to find it. Go and have a look for The Grind Episode 3. Like I say, really difficult to find, but I'm sure you will prevail. Right, in the meantime, ladies and gents, let's talk about Mazrigo. The castration of Mazrigo. Is that perhaps a little bit sensationalist, do you think? So here we go. Mazrigo, the first ever transfer realm on EU side, created way back in the day. It was, in fact, part of Daggerspine and Stormscale, I believe. Or was it Stormreach or Stormreaver? I can't remember which. It was Storm something, or they're all basically the same thing anyway. So, here's what happened. Back in the day, Daggerspine was really laggy. And back in the day, Storm something or other was really laggy. And they really, really loved each other very much. And they hugged and kissed and cuddled a bit, and out came Mazrigo, the bastard child of both of them. And people from Daggerspine went to Mazrigo, and people from Stormreaver went to Mazrigo. And everything was all good, apparently. For a while. Now, a few weeks ago, Blizzard announced that something would be happening with Mazrigo. Now, as to what that is, well, I can tell you. It's a PvP to PvE realm conversion, perhaps the first of its kind. Now, as of 2 days ago, Mazrigo is a PvE realm. And it will also be a recommended realm for new players. So there's going to be lots of new characters and things like that on it, apparently. Now, it was announced a couple of weeks ago. And we can continue to move off of this server until May the 18th. They are very, very nice, aren't they? Allowing us to move to any server we want. Oh. You gave us 3 terrible servers. Anchorage, Vash, and Deathwing. It's like we're on a lower tier of server. Honestly. We really are. Like, you're not one of the premium servers. You're not one of the premier servers. You don't really have anything going for you, so you can go to Anchorage, or Vash, or Deathwing. How bloody terrible on all fronts. So, I have to wonder exactly. Well, there's a few things I've got to wonder. First things first. You're giving us a choice of moving to 3 pretty bad realms. You know what the funniest thing is? One of the problems with Mazrigo was the horrendous imbalance between Alliance and Horde. Horrendous. However, they've given us options which are, in fact, potentially as bad. No, really, I'm serious. I'm deadly serious. We checked out some realm ratio. Deathwing. 1 alliance to every 2.2 Horde. It's pretty bad. But of course, they're allowing Horde to transfer there. Now, bear this in mind. You want to know what the ratio is over here? It really, really bad. You want to know who's going to be leaving this realm? Horde. You want to know where the Horde are going to go? Deathwing. Good lord. You know what? They won't know what hit them. Seriously. They thought 2.2 Horde to the Alliance was bad? Aha! They ain't seen nothing yet. Disgraceful. That's one issue. Now, second issue is the fact that instead of fixing realm balance, which their lame duck efforts did absolutely nothing to do, and instead of doing what for so long people have asked them to do, which is, for God's sake, merge the bloody servers. Now, they decided, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to convert a PvP realm to a PvE realm. And we're going to say, either you move off it, or you get stuck here. And yes, you do get stuck here. Because, of course, after this period has expired, you don't get your free moves anymore. And even then, since you only get the choice of 3 realms anyway, it's hardly fair, is it? Let's be honest. So, here's the situation that my guild is now facing. We've got less than a month to choose as to whether or not we move off. This includes the several players that are on long-term hiatus. One of them who has been in hospital for the last few months and is unable to log in. Most likely will not be able to log in until after this period has expired, at which point he will find himself marooned on a server without a guild. Because, of course, we can't move, can we? We can't stay, in fact. Or, both are true, and both aren't. We've got half our guild wants to move, half our guild wants to stay. We've got people saying, I will absolutely not play on a PvE server at all. And then we've got people that said, I will absolutely not move off Mazrigo at all. Awesome. Wonderful. Fan-frickin-tastic. A schism right down the middle of the guild. Right down the middle. And who caused it? Was it Total Biscuit's terrible raid leading? No, it was not. Was it the absolutely awful content?
Not one, but 2 Joe Manga worms.
No, it wasn't. Was it that retarded horse? No, it wasn't that either. It was, in fact, Blizzard. Thank you, Blizzard Entertainment, for forcing us to make this choice, instead of fixing the realm balance issue, or instead of opening a new server. Anything like that. You know, just something sensible. Something that benefits everybody. Something like that. Server merger. How many times have we suggested server merger? How many times has server merger happened, ladies and gentlemen? Oh yes, never. Never! Don't tell me it's too hard, please. Good lord. I've seen plenty of games do server mergers. An awful lot of MMORPGs. Funnily enough, for the same reason. This realm is too low pop. This realm is too imbalanced. Let's swallow our pride and merge the servers and get everything sorted out again. But no, we're Blizzard Entertainment. We can't admit that kind of defeat. No, we're just going to displace an entire realm's population. In a bizarre social engineering experiment. We can't admit that some of our realms are in fact turning into ghost towns. We cannot admit that our wonderful balancing has not in fact worked in any way, shape or form and created a realm that is utterly inhospitable to Alliance players. A realm where I have yet to see a Winter Grasp where the Alliance does not have 20 stacks of tenacity. A failed realm. And how many more? How many more of these things? It makes me wonder. As the population continues to decline, which will invariably continue to happen until Cataclysm is released and when it will pick back up again, how many more realms must we do this with? How many more must die before Blizzard swallows its pride and accepts that server mergers are the best option? How many? How many thousands of players? How many hundreds of guilds? How many? One has to wonder. So we're stuck with this stark choice. And no choice is going to please our entire guild. None at all. Because, hey, people have different opinions on this kind of thing. You know the best thing is, usually you never have to deal with that problem. Because you move on the basis of your own choice. Whenever the hell you want. You don't get that choice forced upon you. Like this. This is exactly what this is. Exactly. You want to know what the most callous thing about this is? The most callous thing is saying, here's a bunch of realms. All of them basically suck. For a variety of different reasons. You want to go on a good realm? Ching ching! Pay up! Yes, indeed. Pay up, move your entire guild. Give us hundreds of dollars. For the privilege. Because we're about to torpedo your realm. And we're going to force you to move to another one that isn't very good either. Wonderful, is it not? Wonderful, absolutely fantastic. How could you not love Blizzard for that? How could you? I do wonder. I'll tell you what this is. When it comes to the situation regarding server transfers, this game is a bloody disgrace. Absolutely appalling. Server transfers are managed in an incredibly poor way. Disgraceful. Absolutely bloody awful. The fact that you even have to pay to move server is ridiculous. Bear this in mind, ladies and gentlemen. If transfers didn't cost money, then perhaps the player base would be able to manage the balance of the servers itself. Or at least would have more options. They wouldn't have to wait for contrived server transfers over the course of 1 month that are randomly announced in certain places, like, hey, go here. And if they were properly restricted, and if the number of players were properly sorted out, then maybe, just maybe, we wouldn't have this problem. We might. We might still have the issue. But of course, that isn't an ideal situation for Blizzard, is it? I think that Blizzard won awful realms. I really do. It's taken this long for them to do anything about Mazrigo. And God knows how many other bad realms. And their solution is, here's some transfers to more bad realms. Now, of course, how many people in that time have paid to get the hell off that realm? How much money has Blizzard made from it? Quite a bit, I would imagine. In fact, I know. Absolutely, quite a few. Do you think Blizzard gave loads of transfers off of Alliance side? Refugees? For those stuck on that failing realm? No, of course not. They allowed them to buy their way out. A get out of jail $15 card. Or however much it costs over there. Yep. Because of Blizzard's failure at realm balancing, people had to pay. And how many more times is this happening? So many. A total disgrace, ladies and gentlemen. As far as I'm concerned, there is no excuse. Transfers should be free. It is a simple piece of functionality within the game. If you are unable to play the game, if you are unable to enjoy the game because of the realm you are on, should you, the subscriber, have to pay for the privilege of getting the hell off Blizzard's failed realm? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And it's lovely that after all this time, we finally get a free transfer off the server. And I'm sure my guildmates who come back after their long hiatus, those who are in hospital, that come back sometime in the middle of June and find themselves on a PvE server and they have to pay to get the hell off it, I'm sure they'll appreciate it. I'm sure they will appreciate the fact that Blizzard gave them a free transfer months and months ago. And I'm sure the Alliance players that all had to pay their cash to get the hell off of Blizzard's absolutely failed Alliance side on Mazrigo over the past few years will appreciate the fact that finally they brought in those free transfers. And I'm sure they'll all appreciate the fact that instead of a server merger, instead of swallowing that pride, instead of saying, guys, you know what, we might have screwed up a little bit, let's try and fix it, that they're going to have to deal with sitting on a PvE realm, of all things. A realm that they did not, in fact, join. It's not the same realm anymore. No doubt about it. What a disgrace. What an absolute failure on the part of Blizzard Entertainment that they cannot even manage that. Embarrassing, isn't it? My name is Total Biscuit. You're listening to the one and only Blue Please here on CynicalBrit.com. I'll be right back after this, folks. This is Luca Torelli with Black Realm's Majesty. Enjoy.